There are so many ways to die inside of the Backrooms. You can glitch through an unstable surface and be stuck in that surface forever. You can starve to death. You can dehydrate, and you might get eaten by some kind of mangled entity. But I think in all my years of doing this, I have finally discovered the worst way to die inside of the Backrooms, and I promise you it's not what you're thinking, unless you're somehow thinking of this. In this video, I will be doing two things. One is I will be discussing the process in which you will literally wither away and die inside of the Backrooms, and why it's the worst in all of its grotesque details. And most importantly, I'll be talking about what causes that. And the second thing is that I will be talking about level 109 of the Backrooms, because that's where this is going to happen at. That's where you're going to find all this stuff. So after this video is over, you will know never to come to level 109 in the Backrooms unless you want to die the worst possible way. So if that sounds awesome and cool and radical, stick around for the end of the video. I'd love to have you along while we talk about some grotesque stuff. Slight trigger warning for the coming material, as it can get pretty disgusting. Gore and stuff might be mentioned, but never shown. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Let's talk about this level and this thing, shall we? Level 109 is classified as a class 2 difficulty, and its description and overall vibe is pretty simple, so I'm going to speed through this section so we can get to the real nitty-gritty stuff. The level looks to be an infinite array of hospital corridors that are varying lengths and widths. Some of them are miles and miles long, others are just a few feet. The hallways themselves look to be constructed in a late 1980s, early 1990s style, and they're nostalgic in appearance and smell. A really soft, warm light emits from the hallway ceilings, kind of making you oblivious to some of the horrors that exist. Throughout the hallways, there are sporadically placed doors with various labels on them. Now, these labels might not be telling the truth, because depending on what door you open, you'll walk into a specific type of room. Each door will likely lead to a room that resembles a specific type of hospital department. They're called auditoriums, and some of these can be small broom closets all the way up to operating rooms. Now, the good thing for you is that there's this handy dandy chart here that's going to show which rooms are which, and I'll break this down in a second, don't you worry. Unlike the hallways that connect to these rooms, they can be huge, right? The hallways can be infinitely expanding or really wide, but these rooms, they all seem to be a fixed length. There's nothing really enigmatic about them, they're just rooms. And it is in these rooms where really the only dangerous part of level 109 exists, because of what they can house. They can have things ranging from entities to environmental danger to traps to entrances to the void, and so on and so forth. Good thing, like I said, we have been given this chart right here, so it'll tell you where not to go. Supply rooms pretty much always are safe. They look like these large open areas with shelves and cabinets and containers, all housing medical stuff and other resources like almond water and first aid kits. You can come here if you need to find supplies for yourself, or if you want to sell or trade supplies, I guess, too. They're pretty safe. Operating rooms are also pretty much always safe, and you guessed it, they just look like operating tables and rooms put together. Usually they're empty and they just have one table in the middle though. ICUs, or intensive care units, these are where things began to get a little bit more dangerous, because these are typically abandoned and forgotten and deeper into the level. You might find a decayed body here, or an entity here, or something like that. Obviously, I can't get too descriptive here on YouTube because of their awesome rules, so you just have to go to the page and find out the real nitty-gritty details yourself, but you can find some pretty gross things in the ICUs. Next up is the pharmacy rooms, which, you guessed it, look like pharmacies. These areas have medicines and other valuable things like that, which are highly sought after in the Backrooms for trading and for your own use. I mean, imagine if you get sick or you hurt something, you can't just go to the pharmacy, right? But if you have stuff from here, you can treat that and you'll be likely to survive longer. The danger with the pharmacy rooms is that they're really unstable and they're usually dark, which means it's kind of hard to find what you're looking for, and entities might also be hiding there too, waiting to eat you. Things like smilers and skin stealers specifically. And finally, what you have all been waiting for, the most dangerous room on level 109, and why this video is titled The Worst Way to Die in the Backrooms. These are the biohazard rooms. Now, this one's pretty much a no-brainer because these areas are unfit for life. Now, brutally, you might be asking yourself, why are they unfit for life? How is it not already a given that it's a dangerous place to be in? It is the Backrooms after all. Well, thank you for asking, but these specific rooms are unfit for life due to them them being contaminated with high concentrations of the disease, or entity number 19. This is the entity that I was talking about in the intro, and I think it's the worst way to die in the Backrooms, and it really might be. So let me just go ahead and hop into everything about it, and I'll let you be the judge. If you think this is the worst way you can go out, or if there's some other worse way that I don't know about. For ease of access, I'm going to read a paragraph or so directly from the page. That way you get that full raw creepiness, you could say, because the page does kind of a scientific job of describing it. So I'll read that first, then talk about it. Entity 19, informally known as the disease, is a highly transmissible bacterium via airborne particles and infected blood. It induces disseminated intravascular coagulation, or DIC, which in most advanced stages leads to profuse bleeding and necrosis. Nice. The disease's scientific name is Staphylococcus liminalis, and it is a bacterial species discovered 100 years ago when an infected patient arrived for treatment here on level 109. It is a species derived from the Staphylococcus kind, inducing septicemia of thromboembolic origin. It can infect not only humans, but also certain animals and entities as well. Infection may occur by breathing contaminated air or by contact with blood contaminated with strains of the bacterium. The bacterium can be found in damp places, and it thrives particularly well in environments ranging from 24C to 40C, so hot places. As explained above, the disease causes the formation of blood clots that block blood vessels. This leads to hemorrhaging coupled with hemophilia and necrosis of the limbs and organs that no longer have blood flow to them due to the clot-induced blockage of the blood vessels. So that's pretty much the paragraph from the page, and essentially all that science talk means that if you breathe this disease in, or if you get the blood on you that's infected with it, you'll eventually succumb to clotting and thickening blood, and then it'll stop moving to your limbs, which will then rot off, and you'll begin to decay from the inside out. Great, that sounds cool, right? For legal purposes, obviously none of this is real, none of this is actually, fact. This is a creepypasta. That I'm talking to you, YouTube reviewers, when you're reviewing this video. This is not real. There are several stages that the disease is going to take you through before you get fully lethalized by it, and those are the peaceful stage, the hidden stage, and things like that. These are the first two stages, and during those, the clots will appear and the bacteria will be inside you spreading, but still about 70 to 80% of people on this stage, they can be cured. They'll be fine if you get almond water in your system or medicine. But who cares about the peaceful stages? We want to hear about the disgusting, gross stages, right guys? So when you get into stage 3, this is the complication phase, and it's really when things begin to get bad, and you're gonna start regretting your life choices, especially the one when you chose to come to this level for some reason. You see, because in stage 3, your blood vessels will begin to clog fully, and your skin will turn a bright red color because of this. Your bones will begin to crack, and your limbs will become stiff, and you won't be able to feel your extremities. Your veins will pop out and protrude, and after a few days of this, you'll begin to not be able to move, and you'll start to leak blood from various spots on your body. Any orifice, your legs, your face, anything with pores is going to leak blood. And you will continue to do this like a faucet until your body goes into full necrosis. What's necrosis, Burgley? That's probably what you're asking right now. And good thing for you, it's pretty much when your limbs are not getting blood flow and they start to decay off and rot away like a zombie. This is when a victim of the disease is most likely to transfer it to other people because parts of it are falling off and spreading through the air. Because of this is the most dangerous stage for everybody else. Obviously, there's still one more stage to go for the person infected though. The next stage is death. That's the joke. There is no more stage. This disease only exists on a handful of known levels, and it's mapped out here on this chart, and level 109 is one of them. In those biohazard rooms, that's where you might get infected by the disease. So after you just heard what I just talked about, limbs falling off, blood vessels exploding, you becoming this red, screaming subhuman, you should know that you never want to come to level 109, right? Repeat after me. I will never go to level 109. Thank you. So I think I described all that I can with the goal of staying monetized. I couldn't get too intense. Hopefully that was still good enough for you to get the picture of why this is so disgusting and bad. But I think this is probably the worst way to go out in the back rooms, and now you understand why. To enter level 109, for some reason, you can do so one single way, and that's from going to level 11, finding a hospital, locating a no-clip zone inside of that hospital, and going through it. To leave the level, you have to find a door labeled exit, and then if they're labeled correctly, then you'll be led to level 114. But you better hope that it actually is an exit and not an entrance to a biohazard room with the disease, because you don't want to look like a decaying red zombie, right? Thank y'all so much for watching this video. This was super fun to make. I love these random, really dangerous things, kind of morbid and disgusting. But leave a like if you enjoyed it too. I am kind of sick, so I apologize for the voice. I have to slug through though and get these videos out for you guys. I love making them. And if you really enjoyed it, leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for all your support. I love each and every one of you. If you want more videos from me, please check out my other channel, Spoogly. That's where I upload a couple times a month. Deep dive videos, long form documentaries, that kind of stuff. If you want more content from me, just go there, check it out. Thank you for everything you do. Wherever I see you next, I'm sure it'll be a great time. And with all that said, have sweet dreams after listening to what I just described. If you can sleep, I'll be amazed.